that just a little bit. Send the notifications. Send the tweet. There we go. Alright. Create a new character. Hello everybody, welcome to Stygian. This is a new horror game. Released on Steam a day or two ago? Something like that. And it is an Eldritch Cthulhu-esque horror game that is based around the idea that the city of Arkham has been pulled into another realm. And now we're just gonna make a character. Let's see. Old, adult, young. Starts the game with a bonus point in either physique, agility, or senses, but is penalized with 2 less skill points. Default values and attributes, with a penalty in either physique, agility, or senses, but is awarded with 2 more skill points. Let's start off with young, and increase agility. Alright, what is our archetype? Academic. This character used to be a research scientist at Miskatonic University. Sent on a remote expedition in a foreign land, he had no warning of the doom patiently waiting beneath the frigid wastes. Medicine, psychology, and science skills can be improved to the maximum level. Requires a minimum score of 6 in mind. After the loss of their mother, this character is the sole remnant of a noble family. Hi, Dan! The memories provoked by the return to the family estate are not all pleasant. Used to be a hired gun for an underworld boss. Professional hunter while exploring the Dark Continent. I think that means Africa. I don't know. This character is a private investigator who used to work for Boston Bureau of Investigation. His latest case, attempting to locate a missing child. Performer or soldier. Tempted to go for criminal. Firearm, stealth, and subterfuge can be improved to the maximum level. Yep, let's do that. We were +1 stealth, -1 melee attack, +1 firearms, +50 angst. Jeez. +1 speechcraft, -1 physical defense. I'm kind of afraid of what angst would do. So we're just going to go with the regular, the gangster. Yeah, apparently angst is an actual stat here, Dan. Let's see, belief system throughout history, mankind has survived countless threats. If we stop wringing our hands and start cooperating, we will live to see the human spirit prevail once more. Extra sanity can be gained by selecting humanistic dialogue choices and committing acts of altruism. Materialistic. Extra sanity can be gained by selecting materialistic dialogue choices through material gain and acts of self-indulgence. Nihilistic. A nihilist cannot gain sanity through her actions, but begins the game with higher mental resistance. That makes sense, actually. Divine. We failed him once, but he has given us this last chance of redemption. Those who are alive survived for this reason, to prove that mankind is not without hope. Rational. Extra sanity can be gained by selecting rational dialogue choices and through scientific and medical research. And through occult research, okay. For now, let's do humanist. So, humanistic dialogue choices and committing acts of altruism. Character identity. I like that base one the most. Okay, so we don't have much in the way of skills. Athletics is going to be best for this character because it's all about firearms, subterfuge, and stealth. Let's increase that by 2. Increase that. And then increase each of these by 1. We definitely want firearms to go up. Let's see. Dirty tricks, liquid main, lockpicking, and muggery. We'll do that. I'm not as concerned about stealth right now. So we're gonna go with survival. Alright. Let's do this. Fighting mob members in Arkham will have dire consequences. Hiding your identity may be a good idea before attacking Waxface's men, but beware. Getting into moral conflict with a town full of armed ruffians is clearly not among the sanest of ideas. May 25 cents Stygian Tales, the doom that came for Arkham. The town is stuck between strange dimensions. A year has passed since your encounter with that peculiar fellow known as the Dismal Man. When last you met, he instructed you to find me beyond Arkham, after the Black Day. At the time, these words did not mean much to you, but soon after, you would come to understand. On what is now known as the Black Day, under the shadow of the Awakened, the world you knew vanished, and with it your hopes, future, and loved ones. For reasons unknown, the city of Arkham was separated from the carcass of Earth and exiled to another place, under alien stars. Unlike many others, you survived, body and mind mostly intact. Ever since, you have existed from day to day in the gray gloom of the old eel house, waiting for that enigmatic man to call, a man whose very existence you are now beginning to question, until you wake into another layer of the nightmare, until the visit at the old attic. Is this the Dismal Man? He doesn't seem to have much of a face. Give me just a moment. Earlier today... Hi, Bryce. How's it going? Earlier today, I spilled a glass of wine on my desk and broke the glass on the floor, and I'm still, like, finding spots on my desk that I didn't manage to catch. Okay, there we go. Fucking cheap-ass $6 bottle of chocolate wine. How are you doing, Bryce? Welcome to this new horror game. Let's see, that's locked. Can I do anything about that? I don't think I can just yet. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Sorry you had a bad day, man. I'm alright. It took me like 2.5 hours to clean everything up, but, you know, shit happens. It's too dark to go outside without a light. Inventory. Lantern. That in one hand, kerosene container, empty kerosene container, and a survival recipe, Molotov cocktail. Let's get that. The cook is dead, only serving cans. Okay. Awesome. That is a lot of tentacles and shit growing in there. How the hell did I avoid all of that? You gonna slow down, Dismal Man? That's highly strange. That is a lot of dead spirits dancing in the streets. And now they're fighting each other and killing each other. And my character is glowing brighter and brighter. Oh. Okay. Sanity lost. 15. Horror witnessed. Awesome. Immediate sanity loss. Yeah, throughout the story by receiving negative effects and being subject to horrifying situations. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, that's a lot of new shit. A blank notebook. A pocket knife. And a pistol. A few cigarettes. So cigarettes are the new monetary unit. That makes a kind of sense, actually. Not gonna lie. Bottle of clean water. Good. Camping supplies. Rations. Criminal record. And the U.S. Department of Justice. Got some lockpicks. And then a pocket knife. Let's switch to number 2 there. And then Reggie's Whiskey. A standard quality whiskey mass-produced before the Black Day. There's still a little lag in the game since this did just come out. Oh, you seem to be having... Is that your tie? That's your tie. Okay. I was about to say, that looked like the tentacles growing on you. He's too busy playing. I don't have time for this, if you'll excuse me. You see Marino, the manager and bartender of the Old Eel. He's been your host for almost a year now, charging in exchange the last of your precious resources. He has a tendency to suck you dry whenever he gets the opportunity. Good morning, Cornuto. If you can call this never-ending fucking twilight morning. What was all that hurly-burly upstairs? Bad dreams? Yeah, you could say that. Why am I not surprised? I recommend hitting the bottle before going to sleep. Makes things easier. Since you're awake, let's talk about the cigs you owe me. You were too drunk to pay yesterday and told me to remind you later, remember? This trick is getting old, Marino. But I'm sure you did. Don't you trust your giving host, Cornuto? Where would you be now if I hadn't accommodated you? I pay for your accommodations, however poor they may be. Poor? I guess my rather poor services are still much better than being eaten by ghouls in a dark corner of a street, Cornuto. They eat you alive, you know. Anyway, since you're a regular, I'll probably take all your cigs anyway. Consider this one on the house. Oh, really? Thank you for your generosity. Oh, please spare me your sharp wit. Later, Cornuto. Gotta love how people will still try and make a buck even at the end of the world. You see an eccentric middle-aged man completely focused on the darts game he alone is playing. Exultation all but radiates from this odd fellow. Care for a game of cricket? You don't get a chance to play against world champion every day. He passes several of his darts to you. Who are you? Didn't I just tell you? I'm the darts champion of the world. I'm also called Herschel. I feel the signs again. A new challenger approaches. Another fool to vanquish. Is it you? World champion? Of course! Surprised? You have any clue what happened to the rest of the world? Knock knock, anybody there? No one? Ah, good riddance. Earth was a big pain in the butt anyway. Here there is only one champion, Herschel, the master of the darts. This makes me the world darts champion. Ready for the game now? Is there a prize? Prize? Nothing can come close to the thrill of the darts. Tobacco? Rubbish. But feeling the texture of the stem in your hand, the steel point savagely penetrating the board, it's priceless. And the prize? You want cigarettes? Beat me then. Beat the world champion and you'll have more cigarettes than you'll ever want. You see, I was a traveling salesman for Tom Rogers cigarettes before I found my true self and became the champion. Damn those days. Herschel, go to Maine. Go to Boston, Herschel. Herschel, your sales performance is getting lower. We're disappointed, Lord Herschel. I see. Where are they now? Ha! Dissatisfied bastards. The old Herschel is gone with them. There's only one champion now. The champion. Let's play. Now you're talking. He starts to tell you the rules of the game with rather too much enthusiasm. I've got some really good agility, so hopefully I can beat him. Ah, it looks like I won. Sweet. Herschel looks as if he's stripped from all purpose. Glancing at his expressionless eyes, you feel like you're gaining right into the abyss. He starts to talk slowly. Cheater! May I have my 6 now? Cheater! Oh, come on. All right then. Oh. Ow! You piece of shit. So, how much health did I lose from that? I don't even know. There's not a... I don't have a health stat. Oh, there it is. I lost 5 points of health from that. That fucker. Tom Rogers cigarettes. I got 40 cigarettes from that at least. Darts, a common fixture in New England pubs, having been passed down with settlers from Great Britain. However, its popularity here is in decline ever since Herschel discovered a new favorite pastime. These unfortunate taxidermied fish are entrapped in timelessness, displaying a total contrast with the freedom they once had in Miskatonic and other neighboring rivers. There was no mourning period for Burton the cook, since everyone preferred canned food to his tasteless fanfare anyway. Barrels now serving as primitive tables still reek of stale alcohol and a damp, woody stench that makes your nose itch. Furs seem to be stocked with several different exotic litters, but the bottles all contain the same cheap rot gut Marino buys from the mob. Variety of eel and sea motifs. Well, let's head outside, see what's going on today. Oh shit. So there's a couple of what looks like mob guys out here. Wax face protects this establishment. Mob is the law. You see a typical Arkham resident, tired and decrepit looking. He looks at you uneasily. What stayed intact in this part of town? Not much, as you can see. There's the old eel house if you're looking for a few drinks and a roof over your head. And if you're planning to numb yourself, Richter's drugstore is the place. You'll be fine if you stay away from the Marshwater warehouse, and I'm sure you know better than to hang around near the grandfather altar. Tell me about the old eel house. The old eel was a shady place even before the Black Day. We've been hearing that the owner, Marino, has some connections with the Mafia in the West. The bar took the disguise of a restaurant when the Prohibition came. As you can guess, there's no need for that anymore. You can rent a bed, or let's say a dirty mattress in the attic if you don't have a place to go, and get some moonshine from the bar below. That slimy bastard, old Richter, runs the only remaining pharmacy in Arkham, but don't be fooled. His business is not medicine. He deals drugs. Richter produces, mixes, and of course sells all kinds of drugs to anyone interested in a small escapade from this nightmare. He is valuable to the mob, and he knows it. There's been some ugly rumors about him for some time now. What kind of rumors? Rumors of him taking advantage of his regular customers and sort. Dreadful stuff. Tell me about this warehouse. I know that it used to be run by the Marsh family of Innsmouth. We've been oh, those assholes. We've been hearing that the place was used for bootlegging and sorts. Only ghouls occupy it now. Beasts that rend flesh from your bones. What do you know about the Marshes? Not much. I know that they are the ruling family of Innsmouth. Their great-grandfather, Obed Marsh, was an important figure in the town's past, I reckon. Reclusive, weird folk, these Innsmouthians. Yeah, man, it's almost like they're weird fish people. That wouldn't be a thing, though. What are these ghouls you mentioned? Never seen one with my own eyes, but I've seen what they can do to people. Maybe they mean the Innsmouth from the No, they're definitely talking Lovecraftian lore. They say they are dog-like demons, feral parodies of men. They creep out of the dark to prey upon us. You can hear their eerie howls throughout Arkham. I see. Another thing. Tell me about the mob. The mob is the law. The mob has taught you well, I see. Let's not talk about these things. Who rules the mob? Waxface. Tell me about the cult. Mad fanatics who devoted themselves to Cthulhu and the other old ones. They rule the ruins of North Arkham across the Miskatonic River. The cult comes to this side of the river either to find new blood for their ranks or new victims to be sacrificed in their rites. I'm not sure which is worse. How can I get to the other side? I don't recommend it. There's things lurking in the water. Only the cult can pass the river at will, but I have no idea how. Sometimes you can see their boats on Miskatonic, all painted red, crimson omens of doom. What do you know about the Black Day? Nothing more than you, I guess. We had all seen the signs, right? People having the same nightmares, the mysterious disappearances, whole families massacred. We saw it coming, but pretended everything was fine. The Black Day started with that apocalyptic roar piercing deep into our minds. The sky melting, colors fading. I can't remember anything else. It hurts me to remember as well. When we came to our senses, Arkham lay beneath an alien sky, banished from our home forever. We were alone, all alone in this purgatory, left to the mercy of tyrants and deviants. You're not doing anything special. No person in their right mind would want to live inside a rotting, clammy shed, nor be gullible enough to purchase any kind of food resulting from fishing. Local rumors spoke woefully of the heathen rites that once took place on this nameless isle, long before the Puritans had settled on eastern shores. The signboard carries the prohibitory insignia of Waxface and secures this establishment as a property of the mob. What is that grotesque monument over there? The cult erected it in place of the old Lincoln statue. They call Night Mist from Sentinels of the Multiverse for all your Lovecraftian problems. Yeah, you know, since like all of the Lovecraftian stuff typically takes place between the 1920s and the 1940s, it's pretty early in time. Grandfather Altar, they call it. Damned atrocity. Cultists come from across the river to sacrifice people who have been marked by the mob. Blood offerings to Grandfather Cthulhu. Cthulhu? Even the name freezes my blood. The Grandfather, they call him. Their new god who awakened on the Black Day with its brethren, the Great Old Ones. The fanatics of the cult torture, sacrifice, and kill in their names. Why am I not surprised? Now if you'll excuse me. chimney was fashioned from metal planks. This towering depiction of one of the elder gods perches atop the naked base of a shattered statue. By toppling down the statue of President Lincoln, the people of Arkham have chosen fear over liberty, surrendering their future to subjugation and the rule of the mob. Save for the choking vines, this humble residence is one of the few that remains untouched by the destruction. There's Richter's drugs. Oh, nice. I knew I recognized the name Joe Diamond. Yes, a few cigs. That's the warehouse. Blood runs cold at the sound of distant wailing from within. Yeah, let's not run in there. Since I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Oh shit. I just consumed a ration, so I do have health, or rather, I have food worries. Okay. That is good to know. So I've got to be super careful. A few more cigs and it'll be fine. Richter. Act smarter, you'll end up in a Chicago overcoat. You see a middle-aged, educated-looking man with a hint of danger in his smile. This must be the owner of the pharmacy, Richter. A new one! Surprising. Just when I thought I had finally run out of possibilities. I mean, business. You know, our numbers aren't growing these days. Now, tell old Richter what makes you tick. I rarely disappoint. This place is pretty well guarded for a drugstore. And your mouth is pretty big for a person interested in my merchandise. Let's just say I'm a valuable asset to the mob. Now tell me, what will ease your suffering? What kinds of medicines do you sell? Ah, the kinds that people really need. Tell me what is absent in your world. Euphoria? Relief? Self-confidence? If I don't have the remedy already, I can make it in my little laboratory. Let me see your stock. Of course, everyone in this town wants to peruse Uncle Richter's stock. Why would you be an exception? So I have cigarettes, beer, and rations. He has 800 cigarettes. Alcohol, coca leaves to make cocaine. Medicinal herbs. Let's grab one for now. Oxygen tube, phosphorus, raw opium, amphetamine, Coca-Vin Marie, morphine shot, powdered cocaine, processed opium, nerve tonic. There's some bandages there and a chemistry set. Swimming mask, a bizarre-looking swimming mask that fully covers the head. Formula for bandages, salt, gunpowder, and empty bottles. Let's actually get rid of the medicinal herbs and take all of the bandages. 48 cigarettes. Bam. Alright, awesome. Now let's get out of here before they shoot me. We need to head west. That I feel is the correct bet. Well, actually, first, let's talk to this interesting-looking lady. You see a skinny woman wearing heavy makeup. Her provocative outfit emphasizes how she earns her living in Arkham. She moves like a person drugged or drunk. Oh, hi, darling. Interested in a good time? Don't worry, I have a few tricks up my sleeve just for you. I'm sure you'll like them. All tested on myself with great care. What do you say? No, thanks. Come on, baby. I said no. Goodbye. Oh, search there. Got a test tube. Okay. Yeah, let's head west and see if the gate is open. I doubt it is. The dismal man wants me to go that way. Where is... There's the journal. Inspect the entrance to Miskatonic University. Okay. Honest bills. Yep, I totally trust that. I definitely understood sex in what that guy said. There's a few cigarettes. Anything else to search around here? Dude, you look a little strange. Let's just put it that way. The wretched creature before you can hardly be described as human. It is wearing odd, anachronistic clothes and has wrapped its face and hands in tattered rags. Its cringing, confused movements further verify the status of this unfortunate outcast. The humanoid creature is talking with itself in an uneasy, guttural tone. Its voice is like a cold breeze blowing from beyond the grave. Why have the cruel gods chosen me for their ghastly amusement? The moment he sees you, the pitiful creature draws back in horror. Wait, I mean no harm. You sense the creature observing you with its yellow, ghoulish eyes, barely visible behind the filthy rags. Harm is the only thing your kind brought to me. To think I once foolishly believed us to be kin. Leave me alone! The creature scurries quickly away. Alright. Poor bastard. There's the Bank of Arkham. Nothing to search around there. Ah, so we have a gun salesman there. That's good to know. Nope. That doesn't sound good. The lurker below. Okay. A key numbered 0. Okay, we're at 25 XP. Haven't leveled up yet. Hello there. What can you tell me about this key? Do I look like a locksmith or something? I haven't got the slightest idea. Maybe nutty old Isidore could help you. He runs the antique store. He has a thing for keys, or so I've heard. Where is this antique store? It's called Schmidt's Antiques, and it's located in French Hill, near the clubhouse. It's an old wooden building, hard to miss. There are all kinds of strange objects on display. Thank you. I better take my leave then. That didn't actually tell me exactly where it is that I'm trying to go to. I'm assuming further east? Hi. A well-built, dark-skinned man is approaching you. You doubt he's from these parts. He seems unaffected by Arkham's nightmarish conditions, and there is something inviting, almost provocative in his thin smile. Hola, señorita. Please forgive my interruption, but I've been seeing you at the old inn and wanted to presentarme. Who are you? I am called Eduardo. Eduardo Canella, to be exact. But there is something special about my apellido. I am just son of another poor fisherman from Coimar. Yet I carried the Carnella name to this far part of the world. Now all that remains is our past, no? You may be right. I'm Miyoko Konigawa. A pleasure to meet you, señorita. You're here for something, right? I have a sensation that you may need my services. Different from you, I am accustomed to this survival in the streets, this never-ending sobreviviente. I've survived the Spaniards, then American occupation, then Civil War, then the American again. No hard feelings, though. But you see my point now. I know what to do when things get, hot. I can be the difference between life and Santa Muerte. So you were offering to fight for me. Amor con amor se paga yo. Y lo demos con dinero. Love can do much. Money can do everything. If you pay me my sig, señorita, you'll have your own special angel protector. I've seen how you stare at me. Does it have a price too? Gah, that is quick, señorita. Eduardo rarely disappoints in art del amor, but these things need some time, no? Some of my enemies may not be human. Some enemies I fought back in Havana weren't human neither, although maybe they looked like it. Tell me the differencia. What do you want in return? 2,000 sigs for each day I protect you. I don't care if you're fighting monsters, the mob, or El Diablo himself. You have no fear, huh? Why should I? I have survived by chance all my life, and now I do just the same. We all do. But you were not aware of this before La Catastrophe. A swordfish killed mi padre. One day he go out to work, he never come home. SOS. Like that. You see, we live by chance alone, but it is when we are out of luck that it becomes plain. I will play the game, señorita, until Los Dios Fortuna betrays me. I accept your offer. Follow me. Bueno, lead the way, señorita. Eduardo Canela, your angel protector, is by your side. About that. What kind of weapons can you use? Oh, no worry, señorita. When it comes to it, I am good at killing. On my first fight here, I had to start with a club. Still keep it, see? It's my lucky club, El Palo. It is lucky because the man I beat with El Palo carried this. He shows you a Stygian M1910, state-of-the-art automatic pistol. See? La Diosa Fortuna is with me. Let's go. I like this guy. He's confident. He's probably gonna die before me. Are you looking at me? Who, me? No, sir. No, I didn't. Oh. Well, shit. Alright, then. There's Schmidt's Antiques. Let's go talk to him. Yeah, that was... Damn. Carved into marble is this almost man-sized statue of Pan, god of the mountain wild in ancient Greek mythology. An Italian harpsichord. Keys. An old man is sitting behind the dusty counter, surrounded by a variety of odd objects. He doesn't look pleased to see you. Yes, are you looking for something in particular? What do you know about this key? You see a flash of greed in the old man's eyes. He hastily takes some notes to a peculiar notebook on the counter. Is it numbered 0? Oh, how interesting. Where did you get such a rare one? I found it on the street. Such luck. What can I offer you for that key, my child? A key numbered 0 would be a very fine addition to my collection here. It is not for sale. 500 sigs. Is it for sale now? Tell me about it first and I'll think about it. Forgive me, but I don't trust people easily. This particular habit also helped me tremendously in staying alive. 500 sigs. Is it for sale now? I said no. 700 sigs. That's my final offer. You don't give up, do you? 1,000. Right now. Enough! It's not going to happen. I need the key. If you're not selling the key to me, I'm afraid our conversation is over. I can pay for the information. Not very tempting. But if you also give me your word to bring the key after you're done with it, this may start to look like a deal. You sure know how to barter. 50 sigs and your word to bring me the key. Is it a deal? Deal. Here it is. I hope you'll also respect the other part of our deal. I'll be waiting for the key. Now for my part. I would love to run Call of Cthulhu, Dan. I still remember the old idea that I gave to you, where everybody is like SWAT officers in a modern day setting, but fucking none of us have heard of the Eldritch or anything like that. So we're just running into something we don't understand or even know exists. That key is for the safe deposit boxes of the Bank of Arkham. I wasn't aware of the existence of one labeled 0, though. Thank you. I'll check the place. Okay. I wonder if that guy's dead body will still be on the street to loot. Nope, it's gone. I lost that opportunity. Oh well. Oh. This is no man of Arkham or even of Earth. There is nothing human under those rags. Oh my. The angry mob before you is about to lynch this miserable being you encountered a short while ago. Leave him alone! Are you in league with this demon? Don't you see what its kind has brought upon us? Look what you've become. Do you think we've returned to the Dark Ages? Shut your mouth! Leave the poor creature alone and go to your homes now. Alright, well, it's time for a fight. Struggle begins. Ah, he's a mage of some sort. That's a hobo throwing rocks. I think you need to run. I think you just need to run. Let's see. Let's move you to there. Good, good. Fire! 6 points of damage. How do I just end the turn? To increase physical defense. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Head over this way. And open fire. 3 damage. He's looking rough. Defend. Alright, new turn. What else do you have? Nothing. Okay. Defend. You switch to your club. Start beating a bitch. Here's one down. You got a little scared, didn't you? Let's see. Who looks like the most threat? You do. Ow. Ha! Grazed. So he retreated. Good to know. You're gonna die. Bam! Critical hit. Progression escape spots are now open. What? The escape route is now open. I'm so confused. I know, that's the hardest part about Call of Cthulhu, Dan, is you really have to know what you're doing. You have to be super good at running this game. Evil Eye. Let's just defend for now. You are not sneaking around me, good sir. Nope, and you're running away. Let's take care of this guy. Move up to there, and focus. Oh, outsider, you're having some trouble. Alright, you're running away. Do I have limited ammo? I don't even know. Outsider. Bam! Sanity damage, health damage all around. Now defend yourself. There we go. Taken out. So close, but he's gonna get away. Yep, alright. Hey, I got 8-6. And I got 12 angst. Oh, I have to actually tell it to gather those. Okay, good to know. The creature approaches you cautiously. It looks thoroughly confused. After a short silence, it speaks a single word. Why? Why? Why did you intervene on my behalf? No one should pay such a price simply for looking different. You can feel the creature examining you from head to toe. The burning amber eyes move rapidly with the effort to comprehend. Are you not human? Is this a disguise? I know how most of us must seem to you. I understand you. The creature is plainly still puzzled. For whatever reason you aided me, know that I am incapable of helping my own self. Leave me be, that I may continue my search for that accursed man. What man? The man in black with no face. The man with the cane of bones. The ghostly tapping of his stick still rings in my ears. You mean the Dismal Man? The Dismal Man? How fitting. Do you know him? I'm also looking for him. Then you're as doomed as I am, stranger. In my bones I know that no good would ever come from finding him. Yet I have no other choice but to find him. His countenance was the last thing I saw before finding myself in this purgatory. Perhaps we could look for this man together. The creature is silent for a moment, then you hear the rugged voice from beneath the rags once more. It is no coincidence that you know the man with the cane of bones. Perhaps I shall walk with you for a time. May I ask your name? I don't remember. I am unsure if I ever had one, but I know one thing. Wherever the fates toss me, I remain the outsider. Whoever you are, it is a pleasure. The creature gazes at you without a word. Let's go. Okay, so he is an actual character, not just a mercenary. Good to know. Hands of Shame. Mask of Rags. Shattered Hand Mirror. Power +1 spellcraft. Malediction +3 critical failure chance. Well. Alright then. Psst! I have an offer for you. A pasty, malnourished man leaps up from within the shadows. His swollen, wary eyes are riveted on you. The scruffiness of his otherwise fine apparel, jeez, I can't talk right now, corresponds with his restless antics. With his restless antics, you mean, game? His rolling, vigilant eyes quickly scan the premises, and when he finally feels secure, he addresses you in a timid but needy fashion. I'm sorry if I startled you, miss. I'm Cornelius Moretti. I have a proposal from which we can both benefit. Pardon my abruptness, but it will only take a minute of your time. Tell me about it. Plainly in distress, he is gazing askance at the brawler standing near the bar. I had seen you go up to the old eel attic before I got ejected by that ignoble swab. You might be just the woman who can help me. Would you care to express your intentions a little more clearly? He grinds his teeth in chagrin before continuing. It was just another miserable day at the joint when I, partly encouraged by the devil's juice, no doubt, finally spoke what had been on my mind for a long time. I called him out, that tyrannical devil's seed called Wax Face. I denounced him as the false shepherd he really is. Nobody said a thing, of course. Cowards. There was, is, and will ever be only one shepherd of men. For saying that, they expelled me, humiliated me, and worst of all, they marked me. That's my death sentence, you understand? Marked? It's not the time nor place, and besides, you're better off not knowing what it is. Alright, what do you want from me? Well, miss, all I'm asking is that you retrieve my heirloom pocket watch from the old eel attic. It's a valuable piece from my late father. I stashed it there, having an inkling that I might need it in the dark days ahead. It's hidden under a floorboard next to the mattress. I need it more than ever, for I'm left with nothing else. Once I barter it off, we'll split the eggs halfway. Please, will you do this for me? No one should be condemned to such despair merely for expressing their convictions. Aw, thank you, sister, thank you. It's encouraging to finally meet someone in Arkham whose heart isn't made of stone. And I renounce my share. No, I'm not renouncing my share. I'll do some altruistic stuff. I ain't doing that much. Not when I've spent a lot of cigarettes already. Where will I meet you again? I'll be near the desecrated church in French Hill. I'll be safe there. It's abandoned. Now I must go before they come for me. Please hurry, miss. My life depends on it. Right now I'll say some altruistic shit. I ain't fucking doing altruistic shit just yet. You both look like interesting characters. You see a beautiful young woman with short hair smoking a cigarette. There's a daring, carefree quality about her which is pretty rare in this town, especially these days. I can see that you're glancing towards this direction, miss. Perhaps we shall turn this into a conversation? May I offer you a drink? Sure. Let's blouse, then. I used to drink before the shoots to calm my nerves. Just the right amount, of course. I guess my nerves need it constantly these days. May I learn your name? I'm Clara Bell. You'd have probably known my name if things went right for once in my life. I was an actress. Heard the movie Hollow Hearts? No. Not a surprise, it was never released. The critics saw it, though. I remember one of them, Bill Hunt's, approaching me after the special screening and telling me, "You've got it, Clara. You're a real star material." No need to say that he was drunk and flirty as a male baboon in mating season. Whatever, later I had time to think about what he said to me about this star material thing. You know, I have an eternity to reflect upon these things. Star material. Why should I be some material after all? No human being can be seen merely as material. I mean, I wanted to be an artist to defeat that notion in the first place. But you have to fit somewhere in their world. Be a good wife or be good fun. Oh, you're better than that? Be a good investment. All my life I wanted to be there, on the magazines, on the silver screen, all that jazz. But you know, sometimes I can't help thinking that this may actually be the better alternative. Because I would never have quit going for the top myself. Excuse me. Seems you're trying hard to be optimistic. Good. This means I've achieved something after all. You know, staying optimistic is a rare feat these days. Can you say the same for yourself? What are you doing in Arkham? Ah, I really wish I knew. It's a mystery to me as well. I was waiting for the release of Hollow Hearts at a hotel in LA when Bernie called, my manager. Bernie wanted me to meet a private funder in Arkham. So I hastily came to this forsaken place. I can't afford refusing such things, you know. When I arrived at the train station, Bernie was nowhere to be found. He was supposed to meet me there, but he never came. What did you do next? I was too tired and confused. I decided to wait for Bernie here in Arkham for a few days, so I headed to the Essex Hotel. Who could have said that it would be my new home for the rest of my life? So you can still... Did you see Bernie later? No, never. Everything before the Black Day seems blurry now. Did he really call me that day, or was it a dream? Did he ever arrive in Arkham? I see. Goodbye. Fucking hell. I want to rest in the attic. Why do you call me Cornuto, Marino? Forget about it. You remind me of a guy. He was a cornuto, that's it. But what is a cornuto? Cornuto is someone who has horns, you know? If a wife is unfaithful to the husband, that husband makes the husband a cornuto, alright? What does this have to do with me, Marino? When I was the bartender of Isola, a small Italian bar in Chicago, a man used to come in there every evening, every single day. He didn't drink, he didn't seem to have any fun, he just kept looking at the patrons silently, looking for someone. Then, after almost a year, I finally learned his story. He was searching for the man who fucked his wife. He came to that bar every day, staring silently. You're like him. You're waiting for someone too. You don't pursue whatever fucked up life you can have in this shitty town. Instead, you act like that cornuto. Forgive me if I put it bluntly, but who fucked you over, my friend? I'm waiting for someone true, but it's not as simple as that. Like I care. Now, name your poison. I want to rest in the attic. Oh, come on, damn it. Cool. What about you? You see a withered old man sitting bent over one of the tables. He appears to be in the midst of a heated argument with his bag. The fiery light in his yellowish eyes contrasts sharply with his weary physique. I get it! I get it! Cut it out, I said! Dawkins, I tell you one last time, if I ever hear your bloody voice again, I'll break your damned piss pot of a bottle. Do you hear me? All of you! The old man suddenly turns to you in his fiery I know this story. I know this story. This is a Lovecraft horror story. It's the original story is these three guys go into town and they're looking for a place to rob. They hear about this old man, this old crazy fucker who pays in gold doubloons and shit like that. So they figure, alright, nobody likes this guy, nobody lives with this guy, we're gonna go rob his house. They go in during the night and find out that he keeps talking to all of these bottles that are just everywhere. They're like filled with water. Two guys go in, one stays by the car. Nothing is heard for a few hours. Way too long to do the job. Finally, the guy comes out, the old man comes out, and his eyes just start glowing. The next thing that's known is these 3 robbers are found washed up on shore with what looks like cutlass cuts all over their bodies. All 3 dead, torn to ribbons. And the whole story is supposed to be that this guy is like an old pirate captain or like an old steamer captain or something like that. And all of his mates' ghosts are in those bottles and they all protect him. You're early, cabin boy. Good. Sit down and drink some ale with me. Cabin boy? I'm not even a boy. Have I? Well, perhaps we're all in a ship. In a damned ship sailing through the black forsaken waters, eh? That may make you a cabin boy, all right. Or a girl, if you prefer. It won't change your duties on deck. He turns to the bag. What did you say to me, you foul-mouthed horse-spawn? Yes, the ship. Can its name be Arkham? Perhaps there is wisdom in your words. Long Tom, just when I thought you came to your bloody senses. No, I'll be sitting here drinking my ale, or whatever this horse piss is. He registers your presence again. What did you say, cabin boy? Who are you talking to? What's in the bag? You mean in my bag here? No one of importance to ye, just the low-life scum of the sea. Noden's lot, like me. How... He hears something from the bag which upsets him, as far as you can tell. How dare you, you hornswoggling bastard! Nodens? And upon dolphins' backs, on a vast crinolet shell, wherein rode the grey Nodens, lord of the great abyss. You'll learn more about him in your time on deck, cabin boy. You may even serve the needs of the god of the great deep, like I do. Nodens is not like those cold, tyrannical, unfeeling gods that rule this realm now. He finds purpose in mortals, although rarely— Shut your trap, Peters! I better go. Goodbye. Tell me then, cabin boy, before you leave, why do you follow the man who sails the whirlpools of reality? You mean the Dismal Man? Dismal? Yes, that's bloody fittin'. Now answer me question, cabin boy. I believe he'll have answers to this mystery. Perhaps he does. But ask yourself if those answers will actually make you feel better or worse than before. I realize that this guy should have had a pirate accent from the beginning. I'm going to slowly try to creep into that. What? Peter's found another one? Good boy. Alright, you'll have what you want. When? Whenever I decide to leave this rat hole of a tavern, of course. No one here is going anywhere. Okay, so somebody is taking up that room, so I can't go and get this guy's stuff just yet. Yeah, I know pirates aren't exclusively from Bristol, but come on, if you're gonna give him a stereotypical voice, give him a stereotypical voice. Down to the good old Bank of Arkham. Oh, shit. The fuck are you? Fucking loony. His demented venture ended prematurely and pitifully. Yeah, I can see that. That was weird as shit. I see a burly mob member watching the entrance to the ruined bank. Who was that? A raven lunatic. One of those fucking wackos who couldn't face the new order of things and completely lost it. They seem happier than most, though, and I'm happy when I see one with a sucking hole in his chest. I'd like to get inside. Help yourself, and if you get killed, try not to make a mess. Cool? Bank of Arkham entrance. A wad of dollars. Something opened up in the grimoire. Ah, this is dude spells. Ritual. Blood circle. I like that these cost sanity points, so you gotta be real careful about what you're doing. This vehicle is locked. Okay, so... subterfuge. There we go! 22 Dupree. A lot of dollars, 22 ammo. I do have ammo. 4 to 6, 3 to 5. Optimal range 4, ammo capacity of 6. Hell yeah, that's an upgrade. Considerably heavier than its smaller 22 caliber cousins, the Dupree is harder to handle, but also provides a nice sized magazine for ending conflicts. Okay, so it's got less accuracy, but a point higher damage. Good to know. Good to know. Sigs. Let's head this way. Bank manager's note. Read. I've never been a man who puts any stock in superstition, yet my experience today has shaken my once strict convictions. I had an unannounced visitor. He was a tall man, dressed in a finely cut suit and topcoat, all of impenetrable black, and his face, well, peculiar as this may sound, I do not remember a damned thing about it. Not his age, the look in his eyes, or the color of his hair. When I try to recall these details, my mind goes completely blank. That sounds like the Dismal Man. Ooh, wrench. How much more damage does that do? 2 to 4. Handling is -1. And we'll keep. That's a good question, Dan. I actually don't know. I don't know the names of most of the Cthulhu gods, so yeah, I don't know. Christmas ruined chandelier, glitter like stars against the filthy floor. A strangely presentable man in a sharp suit waits eagerly at one of the destroyed cash registers. The moment he sees you, he begins to speak rapidly and enthusiastically. Hello, madam. How may I assist you? As you can see, this has been a very busy day. It looks like the boom has finally come to Arkham. It's nice to see your little town thriving, don't you think? Sure is. Of course you agree, madam. We all share the same dream in this country, after all. As proud His voice cuts off abruptly, and he freezes in place. He doesn't even blink. He looks almost like a living statue. Excuse me, sir? Some men are endowed by their creator with certain alienable rights. Let me help you with your transaction, madam. May I see your credentials, please? Does this suffice? He instantly grabs the object from your hand. Let me see. It says you're a fugitive hobbler between the scales. Here are your documents, madam. I hope they will aid you in the game of misery, piss, and shit. Oh, that's combat. Well, that changed things. A group of raving lunatics suddenly jumps you from behind the booths. You are ambushed. Is he not wearing pants? I don't think he's wearing pants. fuck are these assholes doing? Yeah, something bad is happening. Something very, very terrible is happening right now. You get over there. Perform the blood circle ritual. Beat the crap out of this fucker. And you come right there and fire. How do I get you? There we go. Defend. Howl of Insanity. Ah, alright then. Well, things are not going amazingly well right now. Oh, no. No. You gotta die. Yeah, it really is, Lisk. You need to die. Down you go. How are you doing, Lisk? I got nothing. I don't quite want to retreat just yet. Continue the ritual. No. Defend yourself. You doing alright over there, Eduardo? Taking a bit of a beating. Yeah, Eduardo's doing just fine. He's got plenty of health. No, don't... Are you fucking kidding me? Why would you just start the ritual again? Critical hit. There we go. Focus. Eduardo. Finish this fucker off. There you go. Proceed. Take all. This has the customer account record. So there's going to be more mad people up ahead. Good to know. Yeah, there's a few lunatics in here. And they're wearing masks. Interesting. Okay. But they're all gonna get to go first. I'm liberating you! Wow. Thanks? Let me liberate the rest of your friends here. I feel like you would appreciate that. fuck your waltz of madness. Nope. You gotta die. There you go. No more waltzing for you. Turn advantage. Oh, okay. You have not gone yet, so let's take you out. There we go. That's one down. Yeah, take your shots. Yeah, crit. There we go. Down. Increase focus. Oh, that's not good. Your health is getting really bad. Alright, you... Keep going that way. And defend. Move there. Fire. There we go. Awesome. Focus. No more waltzing. We don't allow waltzing in this bank. There's only the tango. Ah, so close to leveling up. Pardon me, señorita, but we all need to eat, no? I did my duty as your protector, the angel personal. I wish I could stay for your Serar Amistad, but life is no fairy tale. You wish me to stay, you pay, yes? Here you go. Gracias, señorita. I'll be at your side until la diosa Fortuna betrays me, or until you run out of tobacco. Let's go. Some more cigs. Excellent. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Got a safe here. Why do you not want to search that? That's weird. Oh, I think I'm about to run out of rations. Aha! Something to sell. And I think I leveled up. Yeah, sweet. 2 more skill points. Let's increase firearms by 1 and speechcraft by another. Alertness, +1 to reaction, +1 to physical defense. Better prices from vendors. +1 spellcraft, I'm not really a spellcaster. Supernatural defense. I can't get any of these. Not yet, anyway. Let's do Dodger for now. Yeah. Okay, so you've got 2 more skill points to spend in one of these. Stealth and medicine. And let's see, increases spellcraft minimum and maximum spell damage by 1 and lowers maximum health by 3. Or increases melee attack minimum and maximum melee damage by 1 and lowers max sanity by 3. So I can either make this guy into a badass mutated melee dude, or I can make him into a badass antediluvian spellcaster. But one way or another, he's gonna get hurt. Let's do melee. Let's focus you on some melee there, buddy. Second note from the bank manager. But stranger still, I swear by our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that he knew about Frederick. He knew of my only son, about his incurable disease, and not just the fact of it, but every symptom, every maddening detail. He claimed to have certain powers, that he could cure my boy. All he asked in return is that I install on his behalf a safe marked with the number 0. It would be our little secret. Getting low on ammo over here. Yeah, we got a ration. Lots of cigs. There's an open safe. Another side hall and the main door. Oh. This is not going to go well. Nope. Okay, so that raving lunatic is having trouble. Let's put you right here. Eduardo does not seem to have ammo, so I'm gonna just let him be in the back and shoot things. I love it when they attack their own people. You come over here and defend for now. Eduardo, shoot that guy in the back. There you go. Really getting tired of you fuckers being able to do that. My sanity is starting to get a little low. Why do I get the feeling that there is some terrible permadeath in here if I let this guy die? There we go, immediate down. Focus. You keep stabbing. Keep shanking away. There you go. Nope, that is not what I wanted to do again. Okay. You go over this way. Shank him. Make sure this fucker dies. Nope. You need to just defend yourself. Sanity is getting very low, and I don't like it. My health is fine. My sanity not so much. Eduardo, do you fully heal between each battle? Is that how that works? Down you go. Shoot them. Oh, shit. Okay. Cool. Defend yourself. Shoot her. There you go. All bad guys down. And we're still gaining a lot of angst. So the more things we kill, the more our angst gets bad. Mental conditions. Schizophrenia. Where do I see that shit? Is it you? No? Where? There it is. The characters with schizophrenia condition have increased mental constitution, but are more likely to suffer from catatonic attacks. Okay. Interesting. On the origin of species. Yeah, I was about to say, that's Darwin's thing, isn't it? Resting to gain more sanity. Oh, okay, sweet. I do not have any lockpicks. Okay. Manuscript. Evil Eye. Ever since antiquity, keen and malicious gaze have been believed to inflict a curse upon their enemies. Okay. Hold on. You cannot get that just yet. Okay. Is the scenery starting to shift a little? Or is that just me? It looks like everything is, like, slightly out of focus. Let me see something. Reduce bleeding and risk of infection. Did that increase my sanity at all? Like, what did that do for me? Yeah, that. So I can smoke a cigarette for a little bit of sanity gain. I have had enough cigarettes for today. I am addicted to tobacco. The character suffers from addiction. Awesome. Sanity 7 to 10. Yeah, fuck it. Use it on her. I need my sanity back. Yeah, my sanity was starting to affect me. Because things went into Danforth's compass. This Brunton compass once belonged to Miles Danforth of Miskatonic University. If only Danforth could have made as much use of it in his fevered dreams as he did in his aerial explorations. Good, some more 22 ammo. Notes written by the shaky hand. However I try to erase it from my mind, I cannot forget the man's reply when I asked the significance of the number 0. Well, little man, every countdown ends with 0, does it not? This safe will be necessary after the end of all that is. God forgive me, but I did as he asked. I concealed the accursed safe in the wall of my office 2 nights ago. It seems that damned motivational poster served a purpose after all. I swim in dark waters now, and God forbid should I vanish. Well, now that you mention it... Aha. A safe that should not be there. There should be more here. How did you become an occultist? I have always been drawn to the forbidden arts, and with no mentor to guide me, I took to reading the numberless black tomes and grimoires of my castle library. For decades, I have reveled in their cryptic wisdom. How did you come to this purgatory? I betrayed everything. The timeless peace that the lone centuries granted me, my own existence. I do not know how I came here, but I know why. This is my punishment. Where did you last see the Dismal Man? Somewhere far away. So far, so distant now. Damn the day that I left my castle. Damn me for leaving my dreary chambers and the twilit groves and the companionship of my books. Damn me! The past is best left alone. It often brings pain and seldom joy, and when it does, the longing of that joy twists it once more to pain. So... can you break through that wall, Eduardo? Although he's been so many things, Eduardo Carnella is no wall worker, señorita. El Bruto waiting at the bank entrance. He carried the hammer, no? Yeah, that's a good point. That's an excellent point. Return to the entrance. Hopefully this place hasn't repopulated itself when I come back. I need you to break down a wall for me. And I need some doll in my arms and some copperhead in my stomach. Instead, I'm stuck here chasing fucking loonies. Now beat it! Unless you're willing to make it worth my while. Sure, I'll pay for it. 50 cigs. How about 35? It's easy money and you know it. Deal. Lead the way, mutt. Let's see this wall you hate so much. After you. Come on, dude, you got this. Aw, show us actually breaking down the wall. They say don't dig the past. Junk man. Cthulhu statuette and the Dismal Man's poem. The soul of a scavenger of the seas shall be found inside a bottle of lead. The last wish of a bodiless starfarer shall be heard from a mouth not of flesh. The drop of swarming chaos shall be stolen under the ruins once halls of wisdom, and the book shall be read which should not be read. Only then you may wish to call me by the timeless stones on the nameless isle. Only then you may wish to walk by me between the endless realms of pitch black. Nice. Anything else to loot in here? Ah, yes, you wanted to talk. The disfigured occultist approaches you. May I read the manuscript we found, stranger? My knowledge may help to illuminate its mystery. Yeah, sure. He takes the manuscript as delicately as his claw-like hands will allow and reads it carefully. I think I know what it means, the scavenger of the sea. It's the old man in the old eel. What was meant in the line about the bodiless starfarer? A bodiless starfarer. I know there are celestial beings of great power journeying across the endless blackness. Could it be one of them? What do you think the drop of swarming chaos symbolizes? The reference is too vague to make a reasonable guess, stranger. And the book that should not be read? Why seek a book that should not be read? Such knowledge is often followed by damnation. Where do you suppose we might find it? The depiction resonates as a tome of the dark arts to me. A native who is knowledgeable either in such artifacts or the occult itself can perhaps enlighten you further. Understood. Let's go. Return. Maybe we can get up to that room now. That'd be great. Oh. Okay, nothing happened. Good. My vision is still all blurry from the schizophrenia. Alright, let's go back into the old eel house. Oh, the old man's gone. Do you have a moment, please? See a tipsy, talkative-looking blonde man leaning against the bar. His reddish eyes roam the room as if looking for someone. Sorry to bother you, miss, but may I ask a question? Go on. I see you've just arrived at Marino's fine establishment, and I was curious whether you happened to see a rustic-looking fellow hanging around outside. No, I didn't. You didn't? Good. I must have been imagining his primitive gaze upon my back. Let me introduce myself. I am Stanley Fredkin. I used to be a lecturer in the literature department at Miskatonic before committing wholly to my true intellectual passion, the study of folklore. But we can talk more about me later. In the meantime, may I buy you a drink, miss? Sure. Some whiskey for this fine lady here, and not the usual rotgut you serve. Real whiskey, if you please. Here you go, miss. Now, what were we talking about? Why are you looking for the rustic man? I'm afraid he is the one who's looking for me. I've had some minor problems with my current employer. Nothing I can't resolve, of course, but I suspect he may have sent that illiterate to find me. Who is this employer? He's a foreign investor who's interested in my advice. Mention Miskatonic. Did you... No, I meant the river. Don't people learn about major water bodies in school these days? Forgive me. Sometimes the sarcastic Stanley takes hold. Yes, I used to work at Miskatonic University. It is no boast to say I was a mighty fine instructor during my time at the university. What a sad day it must have been when the students learned I had chosen the path of the wandering folklorist. What have you been studying lately? I see that I've aroused your interest. I've been known to have that effect on people, being an intellectual inspiration and all. To get to your question, I've been in Vermont recording the legends of the winged ones of the hills. A very profound topic indeed. From Pinnacook myths to the legends of Governor Wentworth's colonial grants, you will find mention of these winged beings from the skies. Whispers of these creatures may be found even in the folklore of the distant Himalayas. There must be a reason for these beliefs to be so widespread, right? What do you suspect is the reason? There are things I am willing to share for the benefit of the public good, and there are things that I am not. Another thing, then. So you study folk tales? I think that's a madness sign. Other than the vulgar athletic disciplines? No, I don't believe so. I picked number 4, by the way, not number 3. I have always maintained that with a healthy brain you can achieve anything. Remember these words, miss. Invest in your brain. I'll keep that in mind. Should I do it, Dan? Should I do it? Should I pick number 3, the Madness course? No, no, not fairy tales. There is a difference. I'm an expert on New England folklore, to be specific. I'm sure you've heard of my book, Kingsport Folktales. You must have at least heard of it, right? No, I haven't. You haven't? Perhaps you are not quite as erudite as I first believed. Otherwise, you certainly would have known about a book of such cultural significance. Well, goodbye. So soon? Alright, leave, miss. Your choice. You're no different, of course. Sorry. Can't you recognize a person of natural quality? Do I have to tell you that out of all these people, all these clueless illiterates, I, Stanley Fredkin, have possibly discovered an escape from this hellhole? I was chosen! What are you talking about? Nothing. Nothing at all. Damn this vile whiskey of yours, Marino. I had better take my leave. Sure. I'm gonna rest in the attic. 46, Cornudo, and make it quick. Here you go. I definitely need to rest, but I don't think I have time. I don't think I have the rations for it either, come to think of it. How? Cool, you just snuck in. Yeah, whatever. Oh, exhaustion. Now I have to sleep here. Cornelius's pocket watch. I am intoxicated and mildly exhausted. Alright, fine, fuck it, rest. Provides extra SIGs in some safe areas. Yeah, do that. Occult research on Danforth's compass. And you keep watch. But more easily should the party get attacked. Yeah, do some scouting. Alright, let's rest. Gained a sanity and 13 health. Lucky game, gained 11 SIGs by gambling. Discovered the power of Danforth's compass. Increased world map speed, malediction unknown. Okay, well we're not going to the world map just yet, so I'm not going to bother with that. Nothing else? Okay, down we go. Drunk guy is gone. Hi, Clarabelle. People, you know, is just never really about the money. What about your childhood? Ah, well. So we need to go... Hi there! I don't think you actually exist, good sir. I need some more poison. Oh shit! That's a ghoul coming out of the window. I just noticed that. Alright then. Hello? A rustic-looking fellow approaches you with a note in his hand. He puts small, folded paper into your hand. Who are you? Was he a servant carrying the word of his lord? Last time I saw his master, he looked to be in considerable trouble. That's a weird conversation request. I finally found the exit that I mentioned to you. I can get us out. Meet me in my house at number 39 Main Street. Nope, there's the cultists. They're going after the marked one. Did I took too long. Or did I? The blood and soul of this withered wretch is insult to the old ones. Just finish him and leave his corpse to rot. Well, Cornelius died. Maybe I took too long? Oh, he's still just barely alive. Okay, quickly. Cornelius lies bleeding on the cold, besmirched ground as waves of agony convulse his body. Riddled dispiteously, he perhaps would have already given up his last breath but for your timely arrival. You've come. Thank the good Lord. But my time is up, I'm afraid. Listen to me. The watch. It's no use to me anymore. I've lived for... I'm about to die for my convictions. Come to think of it, I don't regret it. I was tired of living like a rat anyway. You can keep the watch. But promise me this. You're gonna use it for something you believe in. I promise on my honor that your goodwill should not be abused. That's good. Alright. Well, that's kind of sad. Magnificent Horatio flyer. What? Magnificent Horatio, the most delightful mystic of all times. Coming to Arkham Gentlemen's Club. French Hill 17, South Arkham. Admission, adults $1, children 50 cents. Are you done with the key? Here it is. You broke it! Are you trying to mock me? Why did you do it? It wasn't intentional. It was an accident. Please leave. I'll have to adjust my notes on the pattern. Leave me alone. With a similar looking one. Yeah, I got it. Take that, fucker. I didn't like you anyway. Where did it put the book? There it is. Holy crap. That is a lot of shit there. Entry 42, Bank of Arkham safe deposit key. Very recently crafted, simple design, modern safe key. The bow looks like all the other bank ones. Very short blade, very deep landings. Huh. Interesting. What do you know about this statuette? It looks like a rendition of one of the deities that the cult worships. I've seen a crude totem similar to this one on Riverside. The art style is peculiar, though. I cannot attribute it to any culture I know of, and I can't say that I enjoy its presence. Take it away, child. I don't want anything related to that bloody cult in my shop. It's a very nice collection of keys you have there. So many keys! A lot of locked doors you must have. A lot of things to hide. May I see your wares? Do you accept the old money? Just keep your old money in the restroom where it may be of some use. What did you have in mind? Keys. I collect them, you see, all sizes and shapes. If you happen to come across any keys in this accursed place, bring them to Schmidt's Antiques. Or if you don't care about your health, I can also pay with cigarettes. Why the interest in keys? What changed after the Black Day? It's not important. Alright. May I see your wares? So you like keys. Let me give you 2 junk keys then, good sir. You also buy valuables. Silver necklace, silver pocket watch. You got cigarettes, and I want your cigarettes. Abdul's severed hand. This ghastly skeletal hand is rumored to have belonged to Abdul Rasal, a thief whose hands were severed for his violation of Sharia law. One should take care as to which pocket the hand is placed in. Blood of Saint Mercurius. A Christian saint brutally tortured and killed by the Romans. Provided that its keeper remains faithful, Mercurius's blood will protect her from violence. Cilice of Eliphaz. Papa Twilight's top hat. Louisianan voodoo priest Papa Twilight cloaked this hat with ward's protection against his enemies, Gris. Rumor has it the number of enemies in his mind greatly exceeded those he actually faced. 1888 Vigilante. Nice, that's actually pretty good. Gold ring. A History of Arkham. Ow. Let's see. Oh, there's the Kingsport folktale. Huh. Let's go for 118.6 because I need those. I'm not. Okay, I had 89 left. Trade. There we go. I have lots of cigarettes now. Whoa! You weren't there before, little eyeball child. My schizophrenia is getting the better of me. Let's see, did I search this box? Yes. Another ration consumed. Children and a pig-headed man. Interesting. Alright, I think for now, I am going to save it. It's starting to get a little on towards night, so I think it is time to end off here. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.